Howdy everybody, I'm Gary and this is GLoPersonalFinance, where I talk about getting your finances under control, building wealth, and becoming financially independent. Yeah, so I'm really confused about something. Our society runs on money. Money is literally what makes the whole world just go. Unfortunately, since money management isn't really taught in schools, it's really of no surprise to me that money is the #1 thing couples argue about. And in turn, money-related conflicts are frequently cited as the reason for divorce. At its core, arguments on what to do with the whole family's money is an extremely stressful topic. Stick around and I'll go through how our family deals with the idea of marriage and money. I was on the FIRE journey before I met my wife, so showing her the FIRE lifestyle and wearing that on my sleeves was something I knew I wanted to do early in our relationship. She didn't know about FIRE before meeting me, but while we were dating, it sort of grew on her. She wasn't already a big spender of lavish items or anything like that. She already had amazing spending habits that aligned with mine, so our spending styles already went hand in hand. The thing both of us had to get used to is keeping the lines of communication open when doing purchases. When we were both single, we only had to get approval from ourselves. Now that we are both spending our money, we feel discussing our purchases and openly learning each other's spending habits is definitely key. Both of us have given up some of our previous frivolous buying habits. Building a gaming computer? Steam summer sales? I will miss you, but deep down inside, I can definitely live without them. I distinctly remember having the financial conversation before we got married. We went through the 3 possibilities for our own bank accounts. We could have 1, keep all of our bank accounts separate, 2, open a joint account and keep everything in one big account, or 3, a combination of a separate and joint account. We actually chose to do a hybrid of options 2 and 3. We each have our own checking and savings account, but our names are added to each other's account. We have exactly the same amount of money in each of our accounts, but we both have access to each other's accounts, so we can see everything that goes on in each other's account. Our reasoning is because it makes accounting really easy, but keeping everything transparent for each other. Yeah, it does make it a little hard to buy birthday and Christmas gifts for each other since we can see each other's purchases, but we do find creative ways. We both agreed everything we buy for the household, like groceries, toilet paper, cleaning supplies, soaps, pretty much anything for the house, we can just buy without discussing. Sometimes we even text each other what we're gonna buy, and then we have a little competition on who can find it cheaper, but that's besides the point. On the big items, we will always discuss it. A big item doesn't necessarily mean a large price item. For example, I recently bought a dryer vent cleaning kit. Yeah, it's like $25, and to a normal household, it isn't considered a big ticket item. But yeah, I brought it up to my wife because I wanted to talk about if this item was really something we needed, or if we can find a cheaper solution. So no, we couldn't find any alternatives, so we ended up buying the dryer vent cleaning kit. Which, a quick PSA, dryer vent lint is one of the leading causes of fires in homes. Just saying, might want to see about cleaning those out. So yeah, when we buy stuff out of the ordinary, we will usually bring it up to each other. And oh my goodness, my wife is the queen of finding cheap or free stuff we need on Facebook Marketplace, Nextdoor, or Craigslist. It's amazing the treasures she finds. Ultimately, she knows that she can trust me that I can make smart purchases, and also I can trust her that she can make smart purchases. When we do have to discuss purchases, we both have to agree on a financial decision for both of us to move forward. If either one of us disagrees, we won't do it. Yes, that is easier said than done. Sure, we've gotten into a few arguments along the way trying to convince each other of the purchase, but as long as we keep the lines of communication open, we can also keep each other in check for frivolous purchases. I also have to stress, these rules we've established for each other were never set in stone. The structure of our rules have always been dynamic. As we learn of practices that fit our style that gives us a good savings rate, but also lets us have a good lifestyle that brings us good happiness, we'll do it. Sure, we can take things to the extreme and wash and reuse paper towels, or really clean out those Ziploc bags and reuse them. Yeah, we could probably demolish our savings rate, but at the expense of time and happiness, would it be really worth it? So with this marriage and money partnership, we're constantly evaluating how we can keep our style of living while also balancing if our purchases bring us happiness while also keeping us on the right track for early retirement. I can only imagine the grind if one partner was an ultra saver and the other partner was an ultra spender who spent every last cent of their paycheck. Like I said before, I was very fortunate to have found a person with a very similar spending style as me. And even though we're both very similar, we still compromise a lot with our financial decisions. This balancing act is tough for sure, but when you have a partner that has the same financial goal in mind, it definitely makes the journey worthwhile. I really hope you enjoyed hearing how we address our financial situation in our family. This is the style that works for us. Your style will definitely be different, but I love hearing about all the different strategies couples use. Hit me up with some comments down below of strategies you use with your partner. I love reading about them and maybe incorporating it into our financial mindset. Y'all stay safe out there, and I'll see y'all next time.